our first guest on The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. Take a look.
Oh.
I'm like, who is that grabbing me from behind?
Me?
The Meredith Marks and Lisa Barlow show begins. They were at each other's throats.
Do you care about me as your friend? Because I'm hurt by that.
Really? I saw her walk away hysterically crying and called her.
Meredith, don't worry.
That's it.
Hey, we gotta talk, because I'm like so upset.
Yeah, you are continually attacking me and yelling at me, and it's not
that's
boding
not-
well for me.
Oh, okay, fine, Meredith. I'm not chasing again.
And now they're air kissing and hugging like nothing ever happened. And it bugs me.
Please welcome the fabulous Heather Gay. Heather!
Hi!
Thank you so much for coming, Heather. How are you feeling? We did Watch What Happens together. We had a fun time. Remember, that was a good time, don't you think?
Such a great time. I had the best time ever with you. You were the best partner I could have imagined, handling some very tough questions.
That was a tough night. And you know, as crazy as that night was when we discussed The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City with Andy Cohen, it has gotten even crazier. Obviously, we have to talk about Jen Shah being arrested. I mean, how do you even react to that? What is your takeaway from the entire situation so far?
Listen, I mean, I joined Real Housewives for a little fun, a little excitement, some fancy dinners, some fun cast trips, and I'm getting the feds descending on my business in the parking lot. And if I was looking for like an adrenaline shot for middle-aged moms, this is it. I've never had a friend federally indicted before, and it's like the shock of my life.
What has been your, like, how have you been processing the whole thing? You saw it, you were there. Like, what has it been since then with the arrest and everybody's been talking about it? Like, when you go out in public, has your life totally changed? Do people ask you so many questions about every single thing that has to do with the Housewives?
Yeah, they ask me all the questions that I don't have answers to. Like, is Jen innocent? Is Jen guilty? Is Jen, you know, what's happening with all of the people on the show? And like, I don't know, because that's kind of we're in it with her, you know? She's facing a trial at the end of March, and as her friend, we're just hoping for the best and rooting for, you know, the very best possible outcome for her and her family.
Me too. I am too. Because as much as sometimes she's crazy on the show, I wish her nothing but the best. She's got a sweet family. Everybody loves Coach Shah. You're always chilling in the middle of the chaos. Last night, we saw a fight between Jen Shah yet again and Lisa Barlow. What did you think of that when that was happening? And how do you stay so calm, cool, and collective? Like, you just chill, you sit down, you don't get in between. What did you think when that was happening?
I was thinking, get her, Jen. Like, get her.
Were you really?
I was thinking, yeah, because I wanted her to hold Lisa accountable for saying what Lisa says off, you know, in the privacy of her own room. I wanted Lisa to say it to everyone. So I knew that they had had conversations that Lisa wasn't willing to admit publicly. And Jen was trying to force the issue. And I was thinking, this is not my beef. This is between them. And, you know, get her.
All right. I hear you. Now, you've stayed friends with Jen when others haven't. Why? Why are you still staying friends with her? Why are you so loyal? What makes you such a good friend?
I mean, number one, she's totally likable, fun, charming, hilarious, witty, and sometimes, like you were just saying about these huge personalities, there's good and bad, you know? And you kind of have, if you want to enjoy the ups, you have to stay with them through the downs. And that's just how I roll. You know, if I'm going to enjoy all of the good fun times that you bring, when you're down, I'm going to show up and take the blows that comes from being loyal.
Well, everybody could have a friend like you. You're a very good friend. And what about Mary Cosby? Mary Cosby last week, allegedly, she didn't show up for the reunion, which is a no-no. She's been extremely controversial this year? Is she leaving? Is she fired? And what do you think of Mary? You know her in a 360-degree way. We only know her from the show. Okay, explain who Mary Cosby is. Like, what is she like in real life? Like, what is your takeaway from Mary?
Well, Mary in real life is exactly like you see on the show, if not just more brutally honest and even more tell it like it is, you know? Like, the show might even soften her because they can't show everything. But Mary terrifies me in a way that, you know, is good for Housewives. She reads all of us like a Bible, and whether it's cruel and horrible, you know, generally she's not wrong. And I think the best way to hold people accountable is to put them on TV. So if you're running a cult or you're having affairs or you're doing all these things and you're on TV, like, that's the best way to root it out because the audience isn't dumb and there's no way to hide.
Now you said if you're running a cult. This has been an allegation. This has been a... I didn't say running a cult. This is just a follow-up question. I am Barbara Walters here, Barbara Rappaport here. What do we know? What do we not know? What are the streets saying in Salt Lake City about her allegedly, possibly running a cult? Again, I didn't say that because I don't want any smoke with Mary Cosby.
No, and I've defended Mary Cosby from day one, and I was a devout member of a high-demand religion, so I would never, you know, label anyone's beliefs or mortgaging their homes as a generous church offering as anything other than people's own personal choice. And I had heard rumors about it, but I didn't have any firsthand knowledge. I'd never been to her church. When Whitney had gone, she'd had a great experience. Same with Meredith. And it was only just recently, I feel like I'm finding out all of these like horrific things at the same time that everyone else is. Like the stuff that's been coming out this week, I have never heard in detail before.
Okay. Now, I don't know if you heard me in the Hot Topics, but they were fantastic.
I heard her.
I mentioned that Mary Cosby follows me on Twitter. You have some big-name people following you on Twitter. Rihanna, she follows you on social media, and she DM'd you. My first question is, when Rihanna sent you a DM, did it smell like roses? Like, did her DM smell as good as I imagined? And what was that like getting a DM from Riri, Bad a Girl?
Okay, it smelled like an Instagram bot and a complete fake someone impersonating her. That's what it smelled like. It smelled like it couldn't be real, but it was. Whatever happens.
You would think that me, Michael Rappaport, would be the one who's cursing on TV, but it was you, Heather. I'm glad it was you. It wasn't me.
That's what Rihanna does to you. That's the effect that bad gal Riri has. Like,
blame it on Riri. Blame it on Rihanna. Now, we'll blame it on Rihanna.
Whatever comes my way, to have her cross paths with me for even a split second is like, you know, you're talking about the Kardashians being the royal family. Well, Rihanna is queen.
I agree.
And
I agree. Now, you are single. You have 3 daughters, okay? What's going on with your dating life? Are we getting it in? Are we getting it popping? Is being on TV making it harder? Is it making it easier? You're sort of a sex symbol. Everybody loves you. Heather, where are we at with the dating?
Listen, 0 times 0 equals 0. So I wasn't dating a lot before the show. I'm not dating a lot now. Unfortunately, the demographic of the housewife audience, it's not a lot of like over 40 straight males that are into girls like me. That's not who's watching the show, unfortunately. But I have hope. I'm keeping it out there. I'm trying to keep fresh, trying to,
Well, you look fantastic. You look fantastic, Heather. And if Rihanna could slide into your DMs, maybe there's some single men that are ready to mingle with Heather Gay. Heather, I appreciate you being here with me. You have been fantastic this season. The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City airs Sundays at 9 on Bravo.